So I woke up to a pretty interesting experience this morning. Around 9 o'clock, I woke up and I checked my phone. I had like a few messages, I think, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I want to go back to sleep. So I put my phone down and I went back to sleep. And about 2 hours later, it was like 11 o'clock, I woke up and wait a minute, something's not right here. Hold on. Wait, how did this even happen? Oh my god. I was just sitting here casually. Oh my god, I actually like really nodded this. Oh crap. Okay, this was meant to be a joke, and now I've like legitimately got myself trapped in here. Oh god, this is such a bad idea. Help! Somebody, I can't get the hell undone. Oh, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Okay. Where were we? Okay, so yeah, about 11 or so, I woke up and checked my phone, and I realized my phone wasn't turning on. I pressed the power button, and my phone admittedly had been on its last legs for some time now. Like, if you would hit the bottom of the phone, it would just spontaneously, like, turn off. Like, it wouldn't even do the turning off animation. It would just crash. Just like, okay, that's cool, phone. So it's been on its last legs for some while, but apparently today was the day it just decided it wasn't going to work anymore. So, and I took off the battery cover, and the battery was all sticky, and oddly tasted like Mountain Dew, but smelled. I didn't taste the battery. No, I wouldn't do something like that. But, and I didn't actually have an SD card in my phone, because I originally had like a 32 gigabyte SD card, and it started malfunctioning, and I never got around to replace it. So pretty much everything on my phone was lost. Like all 300 pictures of Bandit, not even joking, were lost, and they're gone, because I actually had them backed up at one point on my computer, and then I'm like, I don't need these, and I deleted them. So not my best idea. Maybe there's a chance they're still on my flash drive, but I doubt it. But so I'm like, all right, well, what do I do? Because I'd actually been saving up money for Black Friday because I wanted to get a new Xbox, because a certain somebody, it's right back there, actually broke my old Xbox 360. And I'm like, well, I want to get a new one because there's, games out that I want to play, and that'd be awesome. And I figured if I wait till Black Friday, I could get one pretty much dirt cheap. And everything was great, and I had on money for that, and I was all excited. And then this happened. I'm like, well, I kind of actually need a phone. So I'm like, well, I go to Walmart, because I actually have like the Walmart Straight Talk service plan, which is really good deal. I don't know why more people don't get it. It's $45 a month. You get unlimited everything, and you actually get good service. I live in the woods in the middle of nowhere, and I actually get service here in a basement, much less. So I highly suggest that. Like, if you're ever looking for it, like a cheaper service, it's unlimited everything is $45. It's so cheap. Oh my god, I love it. But so I'm like, all right, well, I want to stick with this plan. So I need to get a phone like in the same plan. But because of this, there's like, I don't have a contract. I have to pay for the phone right out. So I had to decide, do I get a cheap phone to just hold me over until like Christmas or so, when I could probably get a better one? Or do I just invest in a good one now that I'll be happy with? Because if I get a cheap one, I really won't be happy with it, and I'll hate it. Because like all the cheap ones are like these tiny phones with really small screens, and I have big hands. Like, my hands are freakishly big, and they can't work small screens. But so I stood there like legitimately for about 30 minutes in Walmart trying to decide what kind of phone to get. And I finally made up my mind on what phone I want to get. And I take it up to the register, and I stand there for about 15 minutes standing behind some lady who apparently I'm allowed to be indecisive, and other people are not allowed to be indecisive, because she's just standing there like, oh, do I want to get this or do I want to get that? And then she just starts making like casual conversation with the cashier, like, bitch, please, I got things to do. I don't actually have things to do, but she didn't know that. And it's my turn to go to the cashier. I'm so excited. I'm going to check out. I'm going to go home. I'm going to have my fancy new phone. It's out of stock. They forgot to take the little thing down, but it was out of stock. And I was like, oh my god, no. So the cycle started completely over, because then I came back to, okay, do I get another different phone, or do I just not get one? Do I get a cheap phone? What do I do? And I finally ended up deciding on a phone, and that's this phone right here, which is actually a probably I was really unsure about this at first, but it's actually a Windows phone. So I don't know how well you could see that. And setting it up, I had so many problems setting it up. I want to point that out. I won't get into those, but learning a new phone, I've always had Android. I've had like an Apple iPod Touch, so I have experience like iOS, but I've always had Android phones pretty much from like my first smartphone up until like the Galaxy S2, which I had before, had always been Android. And I actually originally wanted to get the Galaxy S3, but it was $400, and I'm like, no. I mean, the phone I got today, this was $200, so, and that's still expensive in my opinion, but I'm like, okay, you know what, let's try something new. Like, my friend Robin has a Windows phone, so I'm like, alright, it can't be that bad. And it was so hard to learn at first. It took me forever, like, just to figure out how to text and like how to put in a contact. And luckily, I actually was able to save all my contacts because they were synced with Google, which was a huge, like, thank you. I don't have to like go through and ask everybody for their number again. Because a lot of people, like, I don't have any other way to talk to them than through text, so it's like they're gone forever, it seems. So luckily that wasn't a problem, and I'm starting to learn my new phone, and it's actually pretty cool because it's got like a button right here that's just exclusively for like taking pictures, which I had no idea what this did for the longest time. I'm like, I got a broken button, it doesn't do anything. It's like that one light switch that nobody knows what it does, but it's just there, and you have to like deal with it and figure it out, and it just bothers you, but I figured it out. But the one really, really bad thing is apparently on Windows phones, you can't change you can change your text tone, but you can't have a custom text tone, which is the stupidest thing, because it's the simplest feature, and I don't know how they haven't added it yet. Because I actually like went and got the updated 6th gen Evolution music for my text tone. I can't have it. I have to use one of their stupid default preset text tones, which makes me so mad. But that was my day. I pretty much like 90% of my day has been spent like getting a new phone, like freaking out over my old phone, trying to get a new phone, setting up my new phone, and then figuring out how the hell does this phone work. And then like the last 10% of my day is like I've been working on videos. So that's been my day. Have you guys have any kind of like bad experiences with phones or whatever? I don't know. Tell me about that down below. We'll have a bit of discussion. And until next time, thank you for watching. I'm Hoodie Take Yo-Yo. Peace. Why is this so hard? Oh, I think I'm making progress.